Let's get sweaty.
Hi guys, welcome back to another Shenmue Dojo video. I am Skilled Jim, and today we're going to be taking a look at some of the limited run games Shenmue merchandise that's just arrived. So, this is only a small portion of the entire collection that was released sort of maybe 3 or 4 months ago now, over on limited run games of course, to celebrate the 25th anniversary of a lot of Dreamcast titles. So they're releasing sort of a merch drop for various different games that, you know, are fan favourites on the Dreamcast. So we've had so far Sonic Adventure, Crazy Taxi, Choo Choo Rocket, Shenmue of course, and the latest line that's currently available on the website is Space Channel 5. Once they swap to a new game, all that merchandise is no longer available to buy, so unfortunately anything I'm about to show you today you won't be able to buy anymore. But fear not, there is a Shenmue 2 line of merchandise still yet to come, but we don't actually know when that's going to appear. It could appear this year, I suppose, later in the year. It could be the next drop, or they could be waiting until next year to save it for maybe the Shenmue 2 25th anniversary. Now, disclaimer, I have already opened the box because you can see my box arrived a little bit battered. Almost looks a little bit like an accordion. It's been delivered by Hermes/Every, so if you know, you know. But yeah, let's just dive straight in and see what we've got. So the first item out of the box is a Shenmue hoodie. I've taken the liberty of taking it out of that bag to avoid the rustling sound that I'm sure my microphone would pick up. So here we go guys, it is a green Shenmue hoodie. It's actually a lot deeper green. In person it looks really nice. I don't think it's doing it justice on the camera there, but yeah, gorgeous green hoodie. We've got like a metallic gold, almost like a glittery effect to the printing here of the dragon mirror crest and the Shenmue logo. With it being a hoodie, comes with a hood of course, as expected. Let's see if there's a label. There's not a label, but it's sort of printed inside there. It's got the Shenmue logo, and this is a large. Size-wise, it probably is more on the bigger size for a large. It's very difficult to judge clothing, I find, these days, especially when you're buying stuff from different countries. Typically in the UK, I wear medium, but I've been stung so many times by ordering mediums that are smaller that I've not been able to wear. So I've been buying large in recent years to sort of mitigate essentially that disappointment. So I can still wear that even if it's slightly too big. Okay, the next item in the box is the blue Shenmue t-shirt. I've actually bought 2 of these, one to keep sealed for the collection and one to wear. So I'm going to show you the one obviously that I'm going to wear which is, let me find the front of it, this t-shirt here. So yeah, it's a lovely blue t-shirt. Again, I bought a large. Again, it's probably on the larger side for a large, but that's okay, at least I can wear it. As you probably aware if you watch our streams and videos, me and Matt, we tend to wear the same tops quite a lot. This Shenmue Dojo one is the main culprit. We are essentially just a t-shirt, right, at the end of the day. But we do have other t-shirts that you've probably seen us in at some point, like the Sake Shop shirt, or like the grey one, that white one. You might have seen me in a Shenmue 3 shirt at some point. Those are the times where we've had the sort of ability to buy more than one shirt because it's a relatively low-priced item of clothing, and that was the case with this one. I decided to get that, so there's another Shenmue t-shirt now that you'll be seeing me in streams and videos, so that's really cool. Let's check actually again. So I'm just noticing there used to be a label in there, but it's been cut out, so I'm not quite sure why that would be the case, but obviously it's to print the Shenmue logo inside the collar there. It says Sega, it's official Sega merchandise. So that's the blue t-shirt. Perhaps not too much more to say about that particular item. Okay, the next item in this shipment has arrived in a separate standalone box, and you'll see the reason why as we pull this out. So, wow! So yeah guys, this is a Shenmue skate deck, which is an item of merchandise that I never ever expected to see Shenmue branded So essentially what this is a skateboard, but without all the bits and bobs that you would normally expect with a skateboard, like the trucks, the wheels, the black grip tape that you'd have on that side. This is literally just the plank of wood, but you can see the design on there is absolutely gorgeous. So this is obviously the Ryo Hazuki artwork, but it's the artwork, the concept artwork from the premiere event back in 1998. So what's cool about this for me is I actually own 3 of the 4 posters that were released at the premiere event. So I've got Niaosun, I've got Ren, and I've got Shenmue, but I don't have Ryo. It's the one poster that's eluded me all these years. I've never seen one for sale. I don't know why, considering he's the main character. You would have expected that poster to have been bought the most, but I just can't find it. So if you have that poster, guys, please hit me up, because I would love to own that for the Shenmue collection, the Shenmue museum. But for now, this can take its role. It can fill that void that I have from those 4 posters. As you can see, it's also got the Shenmue logo in red at the bottom, and it's just a really nice art piece in a sense. You could hang it on the wall. I've seen a lot of like Sonic skateboards with, you know, Sonic designs on there, and I've seen collectors affix them to the walls, and yeah, just sort of like nice artwork. Think of like an art piece, like a painting or something you pick up from like a fine art gallery. You can think of it like that for your games room, having an awesome Shenmue skateboard on your wall. I absolutely love that. It is what it is. It's a skate deck, so the quality of the wood is there. It feels nice. As far as skate decks go, I'm not a skater. Maybe I'll hook this up and I'll go take it down a half pipe.
A mythical bird of Chinese legend.
Let's get sweaty.
Obviously I won't. I can't skateboard. I did actually skateboard a little bit when I was younger, but I could never do an ollie. As much as I tried, I could never jump on the board. It was that sort of era. We were just getting into Tony Hawk's 2. Skateboarding was becoming massive. But yeah, it's just something I've never really been able to get good at. But I do like thinking I can skateboard. How's that? But yeah, I love that. That's probably my favourite item so far. So that's actually all of the Shenmue items that have arrived so far from the Limited Run Games collection. Looking at the included invoice that I had, I was meant to get a Shenmue poster as well in this shipment. So we've got the skate deck, and then it says poster, hoodie, and then the 2 t-shirts. There's a potential chance that the poster might show up tomorrow. Like, these were split between 2 boxes. We had a box of clothes and we had the box with the skateboard in. So there is a chance that potentially that could arrive tomorrow. And if it does, I will also show off the poster in this video right now. Okay, so you may notice the change of backdrop. This is 2 days on from the previous footage. The poster has arrived. So a quick little story regarding the poster. So I received 2 packages on like the day that the Limited Run Games merchandise arrived. So that was one box that had all the clothing items in, and then another box that was the skate deck that you've already seen. This was part of the invoice, so I wasn't sure whether like this was the situation I was waiting for this still, or it maybe got misplaced. And essentially I waited 1 day. I gave it, like, I was thinking, oh, maybe it might come the next day. It didn't. So I contacted Limited Run, and fair play to Limited Run, literally within 6 minutes of me sending them a message via the contact support form, they had replied with like quite a weighty reply, saying that I actually had 3 tracking numbers, because on my order I only had 1 tracking number. So I looked and it said it had been delivered, so I just assumed that maybe there was a mistake. The whole item they thought the whole order had been delivered. However, that wasn't the case. Like I say, it was in 3 shipments, 3 separate tracking numbers. So that was really great service, to be fair, from Limited Run Games. Cannot fault them at all for that. That was fantastic. Like within 6 minutes, I'll put the email on the screen for you. I think that's smashing customer support, actually. So here's the poster. I'll try not to show the address. So we're going to pull it out of the tube for the first time. It comes really nicely packaged with like tissue paper to sort of protect the artwork, I assume. So we'll roll it out just put the tissue to one side, and it has got a little dink on it, but it's a gorgeous poster. It's actually quite thick. You can see it's actually been dinked. I don't know how, because it's in a really nice thick poster tube, but yeah, the corners are a tiny bit dog-eared there, unfortunately. And the middle section here has a little dink. Oh, and then a little bit at the bottom. So it must have been pressed up against something. I mean, the tube is actually bigger than the poster. So, yeah, apart from that, it has... We sort of lean back a little bit so you can see the size of it. It's quite a nice poster. It's a lot thicker than I was expecting. I was expecting a thin paper poster type of thing, whereas this is more thick, almost like card, really, like a nice 400 GSM maybe. Matte, I'd say matte finish. But yeah, really nice poster overall. It's very similar actually to the Sega Shop poster that they had for sale at one point. That was slightly bigger than this, but almost the same, almost the identical same artwork, and almost the same thickness actually. But a really nice poster there. I'm glad this arrived for this edit of the video, and that sort of wraps up all of the merchandise from this particular shipment that we're going to class as part 1. You may have noticed I'm actually wearing the t-shirt, so the t-shirt actually fits amazingly. It's absolutely perfect size. So the large, even though it looked large when I took it out of the bag, maybe I put some weight on, but it fits absolutely perfect. Like, even the sleeves are the right length for me. It's thicker material as well. I'd almost say Fruit of the Loom type of material is how it feels. And like I say, this is a nice texture to it. I think it just looks very smart. Where it sits is just above the breast area, and it kind of makes me look quite buff. Sort of thing. Anyway guys, I'm going to go back to the previous footage. So I was just showing off the poster there, and we'll carry on from the office that I'm no longer in anymore. So that's the situation. See you in a minute. If it doesn't arrive, then you saw nothing, right? So if there was nothing in that segment, for some reason it must have gone missing, and I'm going to have to contact them and find out what's going on with the poster. So beyond the stuff that we just looked at there, guys, are a wealth of other Shenmue items that we're eagerly awaiting the arrival of from Limited Run Games from their Shenmue collection. These are still in production, and the latest update on the time frame for these, I think, was the latter stages of July, early August, but we will keep you up to date on that date as and when they are ready to be shipped. Those items include the awesome looking kitten plushie that I'm most excited about, really, the Mimi plush, because everyone names the kitten Mimi, right? I just love these sort of unique items that feel very much Shenmue, like a kitten plush. Again, I never expected to see that. I never expected to see this Shenmue skateboard. So those are the two items I was sort of eyeballing as items that I was looking forward to, just because of how unique they are. Other than that, we were expecting some Dreamcast trading cards, and of that line is a Shenmue card in a limited edition case, I believe. There's also another replica game case that's got a keyring. It's like I think it's even got a disc in or something like that. I'll show some pictures on the screen just to sort of show you what I'm talking about. There's also a Shenmue coin. There's various things for the trading card collection. So there's like Shenmue sleeves for the cards. There's a trading card binder to put your cards in that's Shenmue themed. There's even a Shenmue box for the trading cards. So yeah, I have actually bought just a box just because it's Shenmue branded, but you've got to, right? So I'll include some photos of the other items in this collection, and if I did miss any items there, guys, I will put them on the screen right now. But that's essentially it. Like I say, we're waiting for the Shenmue 2 line of merchandise that might come either later in this year, or like I say, maybe next year, on sort of coincide with the anniversary date potentially. I don't know. These items, the Shenmue 1 at least, are no longer available. Like I say, they're sold out. It was just like a limited thing. So if the Shenmue 2 items do happen to appear sometime soon, and you're looking to buy some of these items, definitely jump on them while you can. You don't want to miss out, I guess. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed that video. please feel free to give us a like, a comment, or subscribe if you haven't done so already. If you want to become a Dojo Disciple for £2 a month, which will essentially grant you early access to a catalogue of videos that Matt's already pre-prepared and scheduled for the upcoming Saturday video releases, you can do so by clicking the link in the description below. But like I say, none of those videos are locked behind the paywall because they will get released at some point. Yeah, it just grants you early access, and all of the money goes back into the dojo site running costs. We also cover competitions, the giveaways, the shipping costs, etc., and we do really appreciate it. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. Thank you very much again for watching, and until next time, I will see you soon. Take care, guys.
Ah, look at the time.